Hey, welcome back, everybody. This is Mike Brenner coming to you with the Brenner Blast morning review and NFL picks video combined for Sunday, November 5th in Costa Rica. Guys, we got a beautiful Sunday morning. I got a little bit busy yesterday, did not have time to get this video out, so make sure you check it out as soon as it's up. Get these picks in and let's cash those tickets. Had a rough night in college football, but so did a lot of people. We're not making excuses, though. We came out on top in NBA yesterday, and we're moving up. We're still on top of the bookie in our college football documented picks for the season, so no worries there. All right, guys, here we go. We got a lot of NFL action. Let's get right into it. Philadelphia Eagles at home against the Denver Broncos. Eagles are soaring, 6-game winning streak, the best record in football right now. Carson Wentz is just on fire, over 2,000 yards, 19 touchdowns, and they acquired Jay Ajayi from Miami, so I think he's going to bring a spark today for that running game as well. You've got a Broncos team coming in. Their defense is tired. They're getting wore out, and they're having to do everything. It's been an uphill battle for that defense for 2 years now because of the lack of offense. Osweiler, there's no way that's going to work out. I'm telling you, I think the defense will step up for Denver, but what I like here is the first half with the Eagles pulling that trigger -4. It's going to take Osweiler a minute to get used to the speed, everything else again in the game. He hasn't played a regular season game in quite a while, so Philadelphia with all that momentum and emotion, and those fans up there, trust me, I'm one of them. I grew up going to Philadelphia Eagle games. They're going to give Osweiler a hard time, those fans. They're going to ride him, and they're going to get into his head early and often. Pull the trigger, baby. Philadelphia Eagles on the first half, -4. Then we're going to jump down to the New Orleans Saints. Got a division game against Tampa Bay. Saints 5-2 with a decent defense. Drew Brees is just clicking on all cylinders. 23 for 28, 299 yards last game. This kid is absolutely, he's not a kid anymore. The veteran is zoned in. He likes what he sees on the defense. He says it frees him up, and he says there's a lot of flashes of that Super Bowl team from years back. You got the Buccaneers. They were supposed to be the darlings of the division. Well, they're 2-5. Jameis Winston banged up. He's got a shoulder issue. You got a lot of finger pointing in the locker room with this team. Things are not good. Dirk Cotter said that they're learning to live with losing, and I don't like it. My God, guys, we're pulling the trigger on 2 spots today with the New Orleans Saints. First half -3.5, and the full game -6.5. Buccaneers only scored 3 points last time out. I'm telling you, that team is in trouble. Saints are going one direction, and the Buccaneers are going another. So we're going to cash that ticket on the first half and the full game with those New Orleans Saints. And we're going to jump down to the Atlanta Falcons on the road against Carolina. All right, Falcons are 4-3, Carolina 5-3, but Carolina's offense has been a mess. Inconsistent, failed to reach 300 yards again. Now they traded Kelvin Benjamin, their best receiver, got rid of him. So Cam Newton, who is the model of inconsistency, I think today he's going to have a hard time, and I think Atlanta's finally going to have that game. Matt Ryan is definitely have a Super Bowl hangover. He's only got 9 touchdowns and 6 interceptions in 7 games. That is not getting it done. There's too much talent, too many qualified wide receivers for him to be throwing a hell of a lot more TDs than that. So I'm telling you, I think today it's going to get exposed. We're pulling the trigger with the Atlanta Falcons on the full game -2.5. Yep, Dan Quinn, the coach, he's going to have that defense ready to go, and I think Newton's going to get frustrated early, and I look for Matt Ryan to settle down, have a complete game. Falcons get the full game win -2.5. All right, and then we're going to jump down to the Seattle Seahawks coming off of one of the biggest offensive explosions in a long time. Biggest one I've heard of, I'm not sure. Russell Wilson, 452 yards with 4 touchdowns. Hell, that's usually his stats for 3 games combined. All right, they live on defense, but that offense exploded last week. Now you got Washington coming into town. All right, Cousins, this team's in trouble. They're 3-4. They know they're chasing the Eagles. And here's the thing. You've got another tight end, Jordan Reed. He's going to be out. Kirk Cousins got sacked 8 times in their back-to-back losses, so you're going to see a lot of pressure from Seattle. And Richard Sherman back alive. 2 interceptions last week. That guy's going to be pumped up. He's going to have that defense ready, and that crowd is going to be absolutely crazy. We're going to pull that trigger with the Seattle Seahawks, Russell Wilson, on the first half, -4. I'm telling you, I like it. I think that's going to be a sharp pick right there, and Washington is definitely on the direction, heading the other way, because they're not going to save their season. I don't think it's going to happen in Seattle. And then we got one other pick for tonight's Sunday night game. We got Oakland going to play Miami. My God, the Dolphins, they get rid of Jay Ajayi. You got Cutler coming back. He's going to be playing after suffering broken ribs. I've had fractured ribs. Trust me, I don't think that guy's tough enough to handle that job, and I think he's going to get his ass handed to him. I think Oakland's defense is finally going to step up. You're going to see Derek Carr have that game because he's been really inconsistent. All right, he just looks out of whack as well. He's thrown a bunch of picks. You got Amari Cooper coming off of a 48-yard reception game against Buffalo, and Buffalo shellacked the Oakland Raiders. This is going to be that somebody going to pay for this shit game, and it's going to happen early. I like Miami with their adjusted offense in the first half with Cutler back under the center, and now they got a running back by committee. I don't think so. I think Oakland will pour it on. I think Crabtree will have a big game. We're pulling the trigger on the Oakland Raiders on the first half -2. Really like that shot right there because Oakland, it's 3-5. It's do or die. This team was supposed to be the team, right? Well, they're fighting for their playoff lives, and they got to get it done tonight. So you're going to see the pressure, and they're going to respond. All right, let's review the picks, guys. We got the Philadelphia Eagles on the first half -4. We've got the Saints on the first half -3.5 and the full game -6.5. We're going with the Atlanta Falcons today on the full game -2.5. And we're jumping down to those Seattle Seahawks on the first half -4 and then ended it up with our 6th pick, the Oakland Raiders tonight in the first half early in Miami -2. All right, guys, NFL, we're going to move it up. I feel really good about these 6 picks. Make sure you do yourself a favor. Stay tuned for the Brenner Blast NBA picks video that's coming out shortly. You don't want to miss it. Do me a favor, YouTube viewers. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and tell a friend about the Brenner Blast as we try to pay it forward. In the meantime, bet responsible, beat your bookie, and build that bank with Brenner NFL style because we're going to do it today. And don't forget, guys, the NFL picks video Brenner style is coming to you, baby, from Costa Rica.